Good evening. Welcome to the White State Guardian's live election coverage. I'm Jamie Naylor, the editor-in-chief of the White State Guardian, and here with the studio to me tonight is Noah Kindig, our sports reporter over at the Guardian. And we're just going to provide you guys some commentary about the election, the midterm election, as polls start to close. So again, today is November 8th, 2022, and the midterm elections. Polls opened at 6:30 this morning, and most start closing around 7:30 here in Ohio. Some close a bit later in some states at 8 p.m. So yeah, first, hi Noah, how are you this evening?
Hi, Jamie. I'm doing good. A little nervous because there's a lot of seats up for grabs today in basically across the country. Governorships, House seats, Senate seats, state House seats, you name it. A lot
Yeah.
of things up for grabs today, especially in Ohio. We got a lot of stuff up for grabs.
Yeah,
So
we do. So we actually have the governor's race here in Ohio between incumbent Republican Mike DeWine and the Democratic nominee Nan Whaley. Also, before we get too far, I will mention that the Guardian, we're not only on here tonight, we have a whole election site. It's called, so if you go to WSUguardian/election2022.com, you will see live numbers. We will be tracking that throughout the night. And you'll also see articles about the people who we are talking about. Um, we will also be on our socials at WSU Guardian. We already have some content up there. So if you want to learn more about the things that we discuss here on WWSU 106.9 FM, you can go to our website as well. But yeah, no, I definitely want to jump into the Ohio governor's race first, if you don't mind. Just your initial thoughts. Wow, I keep on saying tonight. um, wow, there we go. So yeah, if you could, what are your initial thoughts about this?
well, it's going to be a long night, so there's going to be a lot of ums from me as well. So don't worry about that too much. But looking at this race, it's for me, it's one that can really go either way. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe the statistics and the results out there will show very differently when the night is over. But for me, this is something that can really go either way. DeWine had some praise, some flack for his decisions in the past from either side of the political spectrum. So at the end of the day, this is one that can really kind of toss either way, just depending on how the polls are feeling.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think this is gonna be a real toss up. Especially because Mike DeWine has been in office for quite some time, and I know a big part of his platform for this midterm election has just really been the things he has done as an incumbent, such as getting the state through COVID-19 and doing like passing some bills on like gun laws and safety issues in Ohio. One thing that kind of bothers me is that we don't know too much about him or his platform, as he continuously refused to debate Nan Whaley, and also continuously has refused to talk to media about his platform, which is really hard to gauge like where he is at on some issues. I know Nan Whaley, again, this is on our election site. She has been hosting town halls and has been very open about her platform. So I definitely feel like I know a bit more about hers, and I actually got to meet her and ask her a few questions. So I definitely agree. I think it's gonna be a toss up. And well, to back up a little bit, for since we talked about DeWine's campaign, Nan Whaley is really focusing on the issue over reproductive rights across the state, and protecting those rights. That is a big key component of our platform, along with gun reform and gun regulation. Because one thing that she discussed at her town halls was how she was mayor of Dayton at the time of the Oregon district shooting, and how she kind of saw the community go through that and how she wants to create bills to kind of prevent that from happening again.
Mhm.
I also know a cornerstone of her platform is the redistricting issues and um, what she called as, like, she quoted it as corruption in the governor's office. That's direct quote from her town hall, rather paraphrase from her town hall, if you will. So that's a bit of her cornerstone platform. And again, the lieutenant governor candidates are John Husted and Cheryl Stevens, respectively. So yeah, I agree. We do not have. Um, I'm checking the numbers right now. We don't really have any numbers for either of those campaigns. So I definitely, it's going to be interesting to see how the night goes and pans out.
I think it will. And going back to that Nan Whaley, Mike DeWine thing, DeWine has not really come out and given a platform, but I think if you're a voter and you're looking for a platform for Mike DeWine, you kind of have what his platform will really be like in an example of how he has been running office for the past few years. So I feel like as Ohioans, with Nan Whaley doing a lot of her campaigning recently, and DeWine maybe not doing as much, but we've gotten to kind of see him over the past few years. I think that there has been quite a lot of I don't want to say openness because obviously DeWine did refuse to debate, but there has been Ohioans know who these candidates are. I guess would be a
Yeah,
good way to put it.
they're very out there, and the very well known, I think, in the state. And I think that's also gonna, I think that's where some of the nuance and difficulty comes, is because Ohio has known both of these candidates in a public office for many years
Mm-hmm.
now. And like I said, a lot of Mike DeWine's platform, as you were saying, is just what he has done for Ohio um,
Mm-hmm.
over the past couple years. So I agree. I definitely think voters can take that and use that as kind of a base or a launching off point um, for that.
Yeah, and if you're looking at Ohio and you're looking nationally, I think you'll see probably in my mind, and maybe that's just me because I live in Ohio, but I think you'll see a very similar trend in the way that Ohio is in the way that Ohio results come in and how national results come in. And if there's a lot of Republican turnout in Ohio, maybe there'll be a lot of national turnout Republican wise. Overall, this midterm election is going to be a referendum on somebody. And what I mean by that is there are two sides to America's political spectrum, and both sides have something that they're pretty angry about right now.
Mm-hmm.
Democrats are angry about Roe v. Wade and that issue going back to the states and want to put it back to the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
Republicans are angry about Joe Biden.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a referendum on somebody tonight. If there's a referendum on Joe Biden, we're going to see a lot of Republican turnout. If there's a referendum on Roe v. Wade, we're going to see a lot of Democrat turnout. And if it's somewhere in the middle, then it'll be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. And keep in mind, for our listeners, Ohio is a swing state. We have swung red or Republican for the past couple of years, but we are a pretty solid swing state. So, and it's really looking at these swing states and some of these larger states with larger sways, um, that's really going to be crucial on, you know, if a lot of states have a lot of Republican governors, if a lot of states have Democratic governors, how that will look out. I want to talk about governors a bit more, just a tad bit more, and then we'll kind of jump into also the whole situation with the U.S. House and Senate, because again, there's a lot of seats up for election and re-election in both chambers, and those elections will determine whether or not we have Congress fully Republican, one being Democrat, one being Republican. Um, so those are quite crucial. But continuing with our governor contest, I know a big one is in New York between Kathy Hochul. I'm probably pronounced that wrong. I'm so sorry. And her running mate Antonio Deliajo, and who's the Democrat nominee, and Lee Zeldin and Allison Espirito, who's the Republican nominee, not nominee, Republican candidate. There again, New York does not have those numbers up and running, but I know that is going to be a crucial race. Another crucial race here, if I can pull it up real quick. Noah, hold on One moment, please. Okay, that's the senator. Okay, governor. So if we go to the Pennsylvania, which I know Biden, I saw on AP News earlier, Biden was actually in Pennsylvania
Oh, really?
earlier this week campaigning on the Democrats' behalf. And I know Donald Trump was here in Ohio last night, I believe, to campaign on J.D. Vance's behalf in the Republican behalf. So, and I think that's something that also, like, I think stresses the importance of these midterms is that people in higher office, ex presidents and current presidents, or I shouldn't say ex presidents, former presidents, and because I know also Obama has been doing some campaigning on the Democrats' behalf as well. So we're seeing, former presidents and current presidents and higher up officials campaigning for candidates on, their behalf. So I think that really stresses the importance that, these midterm elections are kind of crucial to each party. Um, Not only Democrats but Republicans as well, because I know Trump wants to launch he has indicated in his rallies and whatnot that he wants to launch his 2024 presidential campaign soon and try again. So there's a lot at stake, I think, for both parties.
I think so, and with the way that results will go tonight, mail-in voting has been a big thing, and I don't know if we'll see an exact similar trend that we saw in 2020, where Republicans go a lot more to those polls, and then through the next few days, Democrat votes kind of make their way in. I, I will assume just because that was the trend in 2020 that that's something that we might see. Don't quote me on that. That might be something that is exactly going to happen, where we have a ton of Republicans come in and then a ton of Democrat turnout in the mail-in voting. Just because I think mail-in voting is convenient, and even if you are a Republican, it might be something that you just did a few days before, because why not?
Yeah,
But I think we might see a similar trend to 2020, where if the results are going the Republicans' way for the first night, I guess would be a good way to put it, of voting, then as those votes trickle in, it might shift a bit more Democrat. That's something that could happen. It's not out of the possibility.
yeah, that is so true. And I think mail-in voting, I'm pulling up like all my little resources here to make sure that I'm spewing the correct information. But if I understand it correctly, I know mail-in voting has been quite popular, and I know it's a quite popular um, option, especially among young people and college students. I know just the people that I've been talking to around campus, and myself personally, has been using the mail-in ballot option because a lot of college students don't live where they're registered to vote.
Hmm.
So mail-in voting is definitely a good option for us. 'Cause,
That's the option that I decided to go for,
yeah,
because I live about an hour and a half up the road, and it was just better for me to mail it that way than to take on this day, drive all the way up there and drive all the way back. So.
yeah. Do you want to let Alexis in?
Yes, I
Please?
can. I'll be right back.
Okay. So Noah's inviting another guest in, and I definitely, I thought we were gonna talk about Senate races for a minute, but I think since we're on the topic of young people and voting, I thought it would be kind of cool to talk about the importance of youth in the voter turnout. I'm gonna take a pause here because we have actually Noah, do you want to go up to mic 2, please? Yeah, this one next to me.
Yeah, I can go up here.
Yeah, so we actually have a new guest in the studio. You know her from Guardian News Hour. It's managing editor Alexis. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm doing quite well. We were talking about governorships a bit. We're kind of just vibing. We're vibing at the moment. And then we got on the topic of youth voter turnout and the importance of youth and what methods they're using. And we just recently went to a press briefing about this topic. So I think you arrived at the perfect time, Alexis.
Great. Great. Can you hear me?
I can't.
You
hear
can?
you.
Okay, wonderful.
The headphones don't work.
Okay, wonderful. That's so cute.
It makes you look cool though.
It does make you look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the headphones don't work, but they make you look cool.
My headphones work. I don't.
let
There's
me just
also another
look
set.
cool. That's
as
that's
well.
for the other one though.
No, it doesn't matter.
Well, I think I can hear you a bit, just not a lot.
Yeah, if you want to lean up. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have one update, not from Ohio.
Oh, okay.
But I have one update from Georgia, which
Okay.
is a swing state. Um, with the Senate race between Herschel Walker and Raphael Warnock.
Mhm.
And currently, and the numbers changed literally within 5 minutes
Okay.
from looking at it. This is a highly contested race. The numbers that I have so far are Herschel Walker at 27.98% and Raphael Warnock at 70.68%. So
So, Raffle Warnock is leading currently.
currently, yes, in Georgia. I Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Arizona polls have yet to close, but
Okay.
those are the other major big like swing states. So
Okay.
we're waiting for those updates currently, and then in like 7 minutes,
Mhm.
our polls will close. So I'll have more updates soon.
Awesome. Thank you for that update. I'm also looking, I'm on the Georgia Secretary of State website. I'm seeing that Brian Kemp, who is the Republican governor candidate in Georgia, is at 35.67% at 142,243 votes. Stacey Abrams, who's the Democratic candidate, is at 63.87% at 254,691 votes. A Shane Hazel, who is libertarian, it looks like, is at 0.47% at 1,858 votes. For Georgia's Secretary of State, it looks like Georgia is really the only state with.
Yeah, that was the only one that we have any sort of results from currently. In just like the swing states, we haven't, checked all 50 states.
Okay, so I am looking at the Secretary of State, the Attorney General, and the Commissioner of Agriculture. The Democrats overwhelmingly are leading in the high 60 to 64% race in Georgia at the moment for some of these other offices, state offices in Georgia. Um, you said which other? You said Ohio is closing soon.
Yes,
Oh yes, because it's
like
7:25.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for the update. Do you
Yes.
have anything else for
Nope.
us?
I'll be back with more updates soon.
Okay. Thank you, Alexis. So throughout this, I'm not too sure how long this show is gonna go. We're just kind of vibing, but more people from the White State Guardian will be running, probably literally, down to the station to give us those results. We also have them pulled up on our end here, but they might have more insight as they are updating those live results on our website. So again, if you go to WSU Guardian /election 2022.com, you can see those updated numbers that Alexis just gave right there. And I should be watching since Ohio polls close here in a few minutes. I have a couple races that I am personally watching and responsible for in Ohio. Those are Attorney General, State Auditor, Treasurer of State, Secretary of State, Chief Justice of the Ohio Supreme Court, Justice of the Ohio Supreme Court. I will be watching those. So I'll probably have someone take over here shortly so that we can watch those. Do you want to? Okay. So,
I will say the Associated Press has already called some races for the Senate,
Ooh. Yeah,
but
what updates do we have from AP?
there's nothing too major.
Okay.
In terms of surprises, the Associated Press has called a Senate race for South Carolina Republican. No big
Okay.
surprise. Kentucky Republican.
Okay.
No big surprise. And Vermont for Democrat. So really,
Okay.
no big surprises there.
Yeah,
That's
no big surprises. Those are not swing states. Those are
But
right on party lines.
I'm surprised they've already been called.
Yeah, I'm surprised they are called. Already called. Do they have any numbers? If not, we can pull those up.
Well, I'll pull them up and see
Okay.
what I have.
Yeah, if you could pull those up, that would be really, really great. So.
Tim Scott wins in South Carolina with 64% of the vote currently.
Okay.
Then let me go back to that.
And then
Rand Paul wins in Kentucky with
okay,
54% of the vote, going on 55.
okay,
And then in Vermont, Peter Welch wins with 63% of the vote currently. I'm sure that
okay,
those votes will, yeah, I'm sure that that won't be the exact percentage when things are all said and done, but those races have already been called. So
okay.
very early on, no big surprises.
Yeah,
Historically Democrat state and historically Republican states. So nothing, no too major of a surprise there.
yeah. Actually, side note, do you want to post that in our election channel?
Yeah, I can do that real quick.
Thank you.
I mean,
Things move fast. For our audience listening, things move fast on election night. And they move fast and slow because some of the more dicey races that have more nuance to them might take days to count. In some of the swing states, just because as they get, early ballots and absentee ballots, and the states with polls who close later than Ohio or the like. So Ohio polls close in exactly 1 minute, so we should be getting those numbers soon. So I'm actually gonna put us on a break real quick so that we can get those numbers as they come in, make sure that we're updating things on our end. And then after the break, hopefully we'll have some results for you guys concerning the Ohio situation and see where those numbers are back. So stay tuned. Again, you're listening to WWSU 106.9 FM, Fairborn Dayton, Dayton's Vice Choice. This is the Wright State Guardians live election coverage. We're here all night, folks, and we're gonna take a short break to check those Ohio numbers. So stay tuned.
Every day, men and women from Air Force Reserve. Our mission is to fly, fight, and win in air, space, and cyberspace.
I am proud to be a member. I am proud to protect our...
Proud to serve in the U.S. Air Force Reserve.
Welcome back to WWSU 106.9 FM, Fairborn, Dayton, Dayton's right choice. This is the Wright State Guardians live election coverage show. Again, I'm Jamie, and here in the studio with me is Noah. So I thought by the time that we would come back from break that we would have Ohio's numbers on some of the races, as the polls closed 7 minutes ago. However, we do not have those numbers quite yet. We will keep you updated. We're watching a lot of states as well. So as we're waiting for numbers to come in, we're just going to continue our commentary on the election. Noah, I believed before Alexis gave her update, and again, some states have already been called in some races. Noah, do you want to give that rundown again?
Yes, South Carolina and Kentucky have already called some, or not some, their Senate races, as well as Vermont, Kentucky, and South Carolina. No big surprise going to Republican, and Vermont, no big surprise going to Democrat. Those three states are kind of, they're not swing states. Like, there are states that you might make an argument, okay, they could swing if things go right. Those three states, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, which is why those races have been called so early by the Associated Press. They're not moving, they're not changing.
Yeah. So we also are seeing some results in Georgia with, oh no, I closed my tab. Okay, but last time we checked, the Democratic candidate for governor in Georgia was leading, along with some other lower offices in Georgia leading. Noah, if you want to take over for a second, I'm going to pull that up again.
Yeah, as well as some other results as well, not just in the Senate, in the House. Both Kentucky and South Carolina have already called a few seats each for some GOP now House of Representatives races. Other than that, there are a lot of other races heating up. Indiana is leading basically every single House district for Republican, similar to the Senate. Leading decently dominant in the Senate, Todd Young with the Republican Party, currently holding 61% of the vote to about 35.5% for the Democrats. So holding on pretty steadily there in Indiana for the Republican Party. Further than that, there are a few other races. No real big surprises in my mind for what's going which way. Florida going Republican. No big surprise there. Virginia going Republican. Again, no big surprise there. Nearly across the board. Vermont and New Hampshire both looking Democrat way. Again, no big surprises here. We'll have to wait for some other swing states later tonight. Something like Arizona, Ohio, those sorts of states that could swing one way or the other. But for now, everything's sort of going as it should.
Awesome. Thank you. I do have an update on the situation in Georgia and the United States Senate race. Did I call it a governor's race beforehand? If I did, I apologize. I was wrong. It is the United States Senate race in not in Ohio, in Georgia. So updating numbers, these were updated at 7:36 this evening, so just a few minutes ago. Herschel Walker is at 38.88% of the vote in Georgia, and Raphael Warnock, who's the Democrat, is at 59.63%. So Warnock is still leading Walker by quite a few percentage points, but that gap is definitely getting a bit closer. The Libertarian Chase Oliver is at 1.50% of the vote in Georgia. We also see, if I scroll down here, and then some of the governor in Georgia, that's who I'm looking for. Brian Kemp, who is the Republican, is at 43.37%, and Stacey Abrams, the Democrat, is at 56.12%. So again, Georgia is a large swing state, and we're seeing that reflected in these numbers as these gaps are getting closer. And keep in mind, this is a margin of error or plus or minus 2 on each way. Shane Hazel is... Oh, Alexis is here for another update. I'm going to go let her in, Noah, if you want to. Oh, we got Elena, too. If you want to take over.
We got a whole party in here. Yeah, I can take over for a little bit. Like Jamie said, Georgia race heating up a little bit, but across the board, as I said before, no really big surprises. But we'll see what happens in Georgia, as it seems like we have some kind of an update.
Alrighty, folks. So I'm going to turn on mic 2 and 3 here as we have some updates from the Wright State Guardian newsroom. Alexis Lewis is back here. We also are introducing our news reporter, Elena Stortz here. Ladies, what's your update?
So we have some very early numbers. For the Senate in Ohio, we had Tim Ryan and J.D. Vance. So Tim Ryan is at 69.22% and J.D. Vance is at 30.78% currently.
Awesome.
That's all so far.
That's all? Okay.
But Elena has more.
Okay.
So I have governor and lieutenant governor. So Mike DeWine and John Husted are at 41.54%. And then Nan Relly and Cheryl Stevens are at 58.46%.
Got it. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
And do you guys have like an exact number of votes going either way, so we know how many people have voted so far? Or no? Just percentage?
Bestie, I just got percentages. However, Elena has her computer.
I'm also seeing
Okay, so yeah, Nan Whaley leading by 25, 30,000 votes. Yeah, Nan Whaley, 25, 30,000 vote lead in Ohio.
we also, I'm just checking, we have numbers for the Ohio Attorney General as well. So we have Jeffrey Crossman, who's the Democrat. He is at 1,100, hold on, numbers, 112,898 votes, leading at 61.6%. Dave Yost, who's the Republican candidate, has 70,000 votes, 336, with 38.39% of the votes. Also in Ohio, we have the Auditor of State, Ken Faber, who's the Republican, has 70,432 votes and 37.5, which is 37.58%. We also have Taylor Sappington, who's the Democratic running. She has 116,970,000 votes, which is exactly 62.42% of the vote. Guys, numbers this tonight. Sorry if it's kind of choppy.
So many numbers.
There are so many numbers. Also, this laptop is kind of far away, and I forgot my reading glasses, so I apologize for that. For Ohio Secretary of State, we have Chelsea or Chalessa. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. Clark, who's the Democrat at 180,000 votes, or 59.79% of the vote. Frank LaRose, who is the incumbent Republican, has 74,767 votes, or 39.50%. And Treasurer of State, we have Scott Schultzer, Democrat, 117,207, or 62.77% vote. Robert Sparge, 69,528, or 37.23% of the vote. That was a lot. If you guys want to check for any other numbers, that'd be great. Do you got an update for us, Elena?
So the numbers have only changed slightly. It's roughly still the same.
Yeah, I think, I mean, we talked earlier, Jamie, that this is a swing state, and it's a state with the governor election for Ohio that could really go either way. I think we're going to see votes start to level out already. They're starting to level out a bit. Numbers are still basically the same in terms of percentages, but we'll see if things level out as it goes.
So true.
Yes, most definitely.
So true.
So true.
gotta update some things, so I'm gonna leave it to the three people here in the studio.
Oh yeah.
Why update some things?
We
If
have
you
the
wanna
reins.
Talk about these
Hey.
results, whether they surprise you or not, and yeah, I'm gonna turn it over to you guys
Do you
as
need-
I update some things.
I don't have my phone, nor do I have my laptop. However, We can provide commentary. This is my first time covering an election.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
First time.
Yeah. First time.
I was here as a tiny little freshman
Tiny little freshman.
for 2020. Yeah.
Small Noah.
Well, I mean, I'm
Same.
smaller Noah. Smaller Noah.
Smaller Noah. See, sure, or you can, yeah. You just do you, Elena.
Okay.
She's got some stuff up here.
So right now, for national election results, for the Senate results, there are currently 36 Democrats and 32 Republicans. Speak up. Okay,
Yeah,
guys, this
don't be
is
afraid.
so hard.
That's the mic that I use for
Yeah.
the news thing, and I hate it,
you
so...
can't hear me?
I can hear you now, but you
You
just
can
have to
hear me
make sure that
now?
you're like, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
I
also
have
gonna
to eat the
tone you up
microphone.
a bit. Yeah.
Okay, I have a quiet voice.
Yeah, that it doesn't, yeah.
I'm
It doesn't help,
soft-spoken.
because I'm the same way.
Okay, well, the national election results, which are still being updated, but so far for like Senate results, there are 36 Democrats and 32 Republicans. The House has had 20 in, and then 50 Republicans.
Okay.
And then the governor has had 6 Democrats in, and then 9 Republicans.
Okay, cool. And I know Jamie is writing down some stats for us. So
I am writing down so fiercely on a whiteboard right now. I don't know if you guys have cameras on you.
I
There
have a
is
camera on
camera
me.
If you just see me fiercely writing on YouTube, that's what I'm doing.
We didn't know if anybody was gonna sit there, so there's a camera on me.
Oh, good. There's not one on me. I'm
Oh.
very glad.
They can see my ugly face. It's great.
now,
No.
folks.
No
No, stop.
negative self-talk.
No negative self-talk tonight.
Yeah, no negative self-talk. It's election night, y'all. We're having fun. You know, democracy.
We just got
Yeah.
Domino's. We're having a good time.
Yeah, we just had
Domino's.
pizza. We had a little pizza party in the office.
A little
beforehand.
pizza party.
And yeah, it's democracy and it's voting and it's midterm.
Dominoes and
Yeah.
democracy.
Yeah, time on that. We do have results from the. I can't hear myself because I don't have my headphones on. From the justice races in Ohio. I'm gonna start updating these things. Alexis, if you want to turn that laptop around, I actually have it pulled up.
Wonderful, love. What are we talking about here? Oh, Justice of the Supreme Court. Fun. Okay, so I don't think we talked about this. Yet, at least. Then we have Pat Fisher with 41.28% and Terry Jameson 58.72%. Literally every race in Ohio is close. Then Pat DeWine with 41% and Marilyn Zayas with 58%. I'm going to go back and check for the U.S. Senator. That's what I'm covering. Yeah, they've changed slightly. Tim Ryan now has 62% with J.D. Vance at 37%, which is roughly about 245,000 to 145,000. Got a nice 100,000 vote difference there. Do you guys have anything, Noah, Elena?
Oh, you can go first.
Okay, sorry. So just like Noah was actually saying earlier, already you can start to see the numbers for governor kind of evening out. We're at 48% for Mike DeWine and 52% for Nan Wiley.
That closed really fast. Oh my god. That closed really fast, actually.
That is tight.
That's
Okay?
that's
like trying to fit into your jeans after like the COVID-19 pandemic.
Oh, we're doing jokes now. I like it.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. This is election night. It's
I didn't know that we could be funny.
yeah. It's election night. It's 7:51 in the evening, and like all bets
It
are off,
is?
y'all.
It's 7:51. It feels like it's 4 o'clock. Anyway, does anybody? What district are we in here? Like at Wright State?
I'm not from here.
I'm not from here either. I'm like
I
do you
had
mean
it.
do you mean county or district?
district because I'm like I know my district. However, I don't know this one.
Y'all, I had it on the top of my head, and I am blanking on it at the moment.
That's okay. That's okay. We can continue to update that.
Greene County.
We're in Greene County.
Greene
For
County.
those of y'all who don't know, Wright State University is located in Greene County, Ohio.
I know my district back home is district, I think 4.
That's my district.
My district back home. Because where are you from?
I don't want to say that on live air.
I'm from Lima, Ohio.
Okay, maybe.
Don't back down.
One time,
You got to go in with me. You got to go in with me, Alexis.
I literally okay.
I'm from a tiny village. Nobody would know it either.
A tiny village.
And number two, I once
I just-
admitted on live air that I live in Hamilton Hall here on campus.
And you just said it again, so that's
Yeah,
so fun.
So if you want to like come on me or something,
Stop.
go for it.
That
Just
might be the
kidding.
same district.
building
What?
is locked.
That might be the same district then. But we do have some more results for the statewide issues.
Oh, we do.
So state issue 1 to require courts to can I say my thing?
Can I say my
State
thing?
issue 1 to require courts to consider factors like public safety when setting the amount of bail. That was a little bit of a mouthful. Anyway, the yes vote is at 73% and no is at 26%. And then state issue 2 to prohibit local government from allowing non-electors to vote. The yes is at 70% with 29% no. That's just a little update. We have a lot of yeses in that one.
I'm trying to pull up to see. Nothing has been confirmed yet by Associated Press. There are a few local elections that are starting to wind down. I would say Indiana, I think, might be called soon. We'll see how that goes.
Folks, I'm going to get my own laptop here because I hate having to steal from people. I will
You
BRB.
don't like stealing from people?
Well, unless it's food.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. But looking at other races, Indiana might be called soon. Todd Young for the Republican Party has 63% of the vote. He's got about 100,000 vote lead, so that race might be called soon, but we'll see how things go. Again, it could always even out. Some other races, Florida, for example, Marco Rubio has about 500,000 vote lead. Nearly all votes are reported, and he's got about 55% of the vote. So Marco Rubio in Florida, that race might be called soon. 68% reporting there. All around, there are a few races that are starting to wind down, but none have really been confirmed yet, other than the 3 that we talked about earlier, and South Carolina, Kentucky, and Vermont for the U.S. Senate. She just did. Yeah. I don't see anything confirmed yet for governorships either. But we are seeing things. In terms of governorships, I don't see any too big surprises. Ron DeSantis is winning Florida. I would be shocked if he doesn't win Florida. Stacey Abrams is winning in Georgia. Yeah, I don't see any big upsets here. Yeah, the closest one by far is Ohio, so we'll have to keep our eye on that one.
We have a tough job tonight here, folks, with Ohio.
Yes.
I'm back with my computer.
With your own computer.
And my phone and my water. And no headphones on yet.
You'll get there.
Okay. Well, how's everybody doing?
Living the best life.
Elena looks scared.
Yeah, I don't know what to say or do.
That's okay. Just try and keep it going. Try and keep it going. Gotta sign into
In
my...
radio, there's not like really one right answer I have launched. You just kind of vibe. Parker, Shay, or Dylan might fight me on that, but the radio professionals now, so.
Parker doesn't work here anymore. Shay doesn't work here anymore. They don't have a say.
Yeah, it's
They don't have
fine.
say.
They can't tell us. They don't work here anymore. They can't tell me what to do.
You can't tell me.
They're not my real dad. They
Sorry.
Only
can't
the
tell me what to do.
FCC can really tell us what to do, and Dylan Collison, who is the direct manager of WWSU.
Yeah.
Also, I'm the editor-in-chief, so, I'm technically y'all's boss, so I technically...
What do you mean technically? You are our boss. There's
Yeah.
there's no technically there.
There is no technically there. Anywho, we're getting off topic.
Oh, wow. The governor race
Yeah,
is
that's what
very...
I was about to say, yeah.
Mm.
They're basically tied right now. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so Mike DeWine is at 49.98%, and then Nan Whaley is at 50.02%.
Very close. I can hear you.
Hold on.
You might have
I
to...
literally can't hear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't hear myself.
If you're
so
scared that you can't hear yourself, if you want to swap with me, because this mic is better than
I'm
that mic,
literally
right?
Yeah.
eating this mic.
Do you
but-
want to
That
swap? Do you want
mic-
to swap with me?
No, because I'm eating it, and I don't want you to. Have
That
to
mic is my
experience
worst
that.
enemy.
I can eat a microphone.
Oh,
I'm a growing boy. I can eat a microphone.
I'm a growing.
I
That's
don't even
my
know how we would switch.
that mic is my
Seats.
least favorite thing ever. Yeah.
I don't really want to be shown, but
Seats,
Well,
get
no,
it? Haha,
if you
seats.
don't want
Cameras can move
if you don't
as
want a
well.
camera, I can put a
my
camera on my
shirt has
face.
a cuss word on it.
I can put a camera.
Guys,
Just protect your shirt for like 5
switch
seconds.
those seats.
Okay.
Get it? Ha 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 ha
Ha ha
ha.
ha! Election vote.
Seats, election. I'm just trying to see if we have any more updates. Yeah, then the governor is the closest one I've seen so far because they are literally 1,000 votes apart.
Say hi to those people. Have fun.
I'm trying to see here. I'm gonna keep looking at more because I had all my other stuff on my handy dandy computer in the Guardian office.
On your handy dandy computer.
my handy dandy computer. You know
Very
me.
nice.
I have a handy dandy computer.
All right. I am on Elena's microphone now, and I'm loud, so we should be okay.
That's the mic that I use in like the Monday news.
Oh, whenever I record Radar Report, I don't put anybody on this mic
I
if
hate
I don't
it.
have to.
I hate it.
This is Kelsey's mic, but I'm gonna move her next time.
Yeah, because I already have kind of like doesn't sound like it now because I have a nice mic, but I have a semi-soft voice, so
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, Kelsey has the same problem. For the last episode of Radar Report that she was on, I had to lift her like 500%.
Dang, because I know that they have to turn me up like way past the like limit thing on here, and I'm like, sorry,
Yeah, so
besties.
I had Kelsey even with me and Isaac, and then in like like in editing, I had to lift her voice up like 500%.
Dang.
Yeah,
Dang.
it was pretty bad.
In Georgia,
Speaking of the actual reason why we're here,
Georgia. Anyway, that's just one of the swing states. That's what I updated about earlier. It's getting a little closer actually. So Herschel Walker's at 41% with Raphael Warnock at 57%. That's closing a little bit. We're gonna keep looking at some other swing states. Elena has been locked out.
oh no,
You're not allowed back.
you're not allowed back.
Oh. Yeah, this is my first time covering an election. I'm so
Guys,
sorry.
it honestly blows my mind that this
What are
is
you doing?
the second time that I'm covering the election because I was a political reporter back in 2020. Again, like Noah, little freshman. But this is my first time leading an entire staff through an election. So this has been very interesting for me, and this has been literally a months-long process. Like, I've literally been preparing for this election probably since the last one. Like, I feel like I was born for this.
You're gonna need to get the Scotch tape and glue to pull us all together.
Yeah.
Paper clips.
Yeah.
So
It was
true.
I literally like had to call like at people in the channel and be like, please help. This is an election. It's hard. It's a lot harder than you think it is. So also shout out to all of our fellow journalists covering this tonight. Y'all are doing great. Keep going. Let's
Shout
support
out.
each other. Yeah, and to all of the poll workers who have worked the polls today, all the people who are counting ballots, just all of us, kind of chugging along, making democracy happen. That sounds like a really strong statement, but it's true.
You're so
I'm
right.
gonna continue updating our charts on our site here. While y'all keep conversating, I'd love to hear the background conversation.
Conversating?
Conversating.
Is that a word?
I
I
don't.
think so. That should be. It is
Conversing.
conversing.
I think is the other.
I feel like it's conversing.
Wow, that's really embarrassing. As
That's
an
okay.
editor.
We're the English majors here. It's okay.
Yeah, well, I'm not an English major.
I'm saying we read dictionaries for
Yeah.
homework.
So
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I feel like
that's what English
conversating
majors
should
do.
be a word. I feel like it was a word.
I think that it might actually
I think it was a word like in the Middle Ages.
Currently Googling.
Or, like,
conversating.
in not in
conversate in the gerund or present. Yeah, you're right. Conversating is a
Wow.
word.
Wow, there we go. It's a word.
It's a present
I'm
participle
just gonna
and a
act
gerund.
like I completely knew that. Yeah, conversating. Okay.
So, other than election results, now we know that conversating is a word.
Good to know.
All right.
Can I
You-
say a little update
Yeah,
Go for
about
it.
the
Please.
governor?
please.
Okay, well now Mike DeWine is ahead of Nan Whaley with 74%, and
Okay.
Nan Whaley is still at 40. Well, she is now at 47.26%. So,
Tides are turning. These results are coming in quick.
And keeping on that track of the governor's race, we have our first batch of Associated Press calling elections.
Ooh.
For the Democrats, the Associated Press has called wins for them in Illinois, Maryland, and Massachusetts. So 3 states for the Democratic Party. The Republican Party has the Associated Press has called Alabama for the Republican Party. So 3 states for the Democrats, 1 state for a Republican.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, you are so welcome.
I'm looking up Arizona right now because, Arizona, it's giving swing state.
It's giving swing state.
Slay! Guys, I finally lived out my dream of saying slay.
Slay on it. We should keep a count of how many times we say slay on air tonight.
Slay.
well, we already got like 4 in there. So.
Slay. When Emily Mancuso, who is our Right Life editor, said that under her breath, like 2 weeks ago when we were doing the morning news hour, like I said something and then to my right, she just went slay, and like it was not even like on the mic. I was cracking up and nobody knew why, and I just looked like I was just cracking up at myself.
I love that for you.
Let your light shine.
Yes. For those who don't know, that is my motto in life. My motto in life is to let your light shine. Do not let the darkness of others dim the light within you.
Period.
Period. Slay!
Oh my lord.
Are we calling it election or is this motivation hour? What's going on?
You got me on the
I feel
air.
like we should
It
have
can be
a
anything.
motivation hour,
Motivation hour?
or just like just some kindness, just something.
Tell me why Arizona is saying no results.
Maybe they're just not ready yet to show the world.
They're just timid, I think.
They're not like
They're
Illinois.
taking their time.
They're not
Yeah.
like Illinois and Alabama, where when Google has 0 results up, the results are already called.
Y'all, it took me a hot second. I think it's because I'm on air and I wrote down the wrong numbers initially. But I finally updated all those live stats that we talked about for the Ohio Attorney General, State Auditor, Secretary of State, all of that. That should be on our WSU Guardian election site. I'm said it probably 4 times now. Again, WSU Guardian / election 2022.com. So.
Love that.
Oh,
Slay.
we also have to take a top of the hour break as this screen is reminding me. So we're gonna get our stuff together, continue compiling and updating numbers on our site. So this is WWSU 106.9 FM, Fairborn, Dayton, Dayton's right choice. I believe Dylan has us on here until 9, so you're stuck with us all night. Which is amazing. So, yeah, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back, and this is live Guardian election coverage.
You're listening to WWSU 106.9 FM, Fairborn, Dayton, Dayton's right choice.
When disaster strikes, learn other simple ways to protect your home and family before a natural disaster at ready.gov. That's ready.gov. A message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to WWSU 106.9 FM Fairborn Dayton, Dayton's right choice. This is the Wright State Guardians live election coverage here on November 8th, midterm elections. Again, with me in the studio, I have Noah, Elena, Alexis soon. She just ran back to our office in our newsroom to
She's
give
gone
them
forever. Never coming back.
some numbers, and I'm Jamie. We are getting a lot of numbers in right now. Come on in. Well, we had to pop back on air, so your mic is already on, Alexis, who just joined us.
Hi.
So I think on break, I heard Elena and Noah talking a little bit about the Ohio governor's race, which is really, really close right now. It is Mike DeWine has 53.59% of the vote. Nan Whaley has 46.41% of the vote at the moment. This is an extremely close.
Yes, something, I tell you. Sorry, I had to bring Susan out for that.
I literally had no idea what you said.
I was like, me neither. I was like,
have you
what's
never
happening?
met Susan from Minnesota?
No,
Or-
I've only met your cultural appropriation with your British voice.
My British voice.
Yeah.
Well, I also have Susan. That is just crazy there. Anyway.
Okay.
We have
y'all.
Guys, we have to spice it up. We have
Yeah,
we're just saying numbers.
Yeah, we're literally just saying numbers. We have to split, and it's 8:14 p.m. And I know I can speak for Alexis and I. We are both morning people. We are in the office at like 6, 7, 8 in the morning.
Yeah, because you guys are weirdos.
So-
'Cause you guys are weirdos.
So this is like kind of past our bedtime.
You guys
right
are
now.
weirdos. This is prime time for me right now.
Alexis is
No.
absolutely
I like to go to bed
losing it over
early.
here.
I have an exam at 9 a.m.
Oh
So.
my goodness.
Yikes.
So
When Jamie was like, "We're gonna be here till midnight," I was like,
no.
no."
Like, I'm gonna dip out. Yeah, but what I've heard from some like hot white state tea. I don't know why, but I heard from a lot of students that they're like having exams this week. I'm like, why? Midterms has passed.
Yeah, I literally have 3 exams.
Like, why? Like that's.
I
not
just have a lot of
necessary.
like huge projects.
Yeah, I have a ton of projects.
Well, we're English majors, Alexis, so we don't have exams. We have projects and we
Yeah.
have papers. That's
Oh,
what we
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only test that I had was French.
Ooh, French.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do y'all want to talk about the Senate race in Ohio? Because
I was just about to.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Do you want to hit it, Elena?
I don't know that I want to hit it alone.
Okay.
I can say
got
something.
I got you. So
Do-
right now, Tim Ryan, who's the Democrat, is
Mhm.
leading at 57.43% of the vote. J.D. Vance is right on his tail. Like, they are bumper cars. Well, not necessarily bumper cars, but like gaps closing. He has 42.57% of the vote. So, and again, Chance is Vance. I almost said Jance. I combined his first name.
Jance, jorts. Does Jance wear jorts?
Probably. If someone finds that picture, I would love to see it.
James David
James
Vance.
David. That makes me so uncomfortable because my nickname, which I use and sometimes solely use in certain spaces, is James. Because my full name is Jamie, so I sometimes use James, and that's I don't know why. I just like
My dad's name is James.
I don't
James David.
No, James Wade.
James Wade. I don't
But like
know.
middle name. There's not. He doesn't have 2 first names.
I don't know why that makes me cringe. Like I should have.
Anytime somebody else has the same name as you.
Yeah.
Ew, there's another Alexis.
I just like my name is like my like name is
Mhm.
just so unique that I'm not used to like other people having the same name as me. So when
Gotcha.
like I changed it, so when I go by my nickname, which is a pretty more common name, especially for males. I'm non-binary, by the way, so I don't really care either way in gender aspect. It's just weird. Anywho, that got off topic. So yeah, Tim Ryan, JD Vance, they're going at it.
Elena has.
I was just gonna say, yeah. Well, Alexis said my name correctly. We were just talking about names, and I was just gonna be like, my name is not Elena, but that's what everyone calls me. But
I
that's
like.
okay,
I
you
feel
know?
like
Pronounce it.
Elena.
Yeah, but I feel like my mom just wanted my life to be difficult
I
because
see.
I feel like you know, like we're in Ohio,
Right.
Midwesterners, we say 11, not 11.
Mm-hmm.
We say Elizabeth, not Elizabeth.
True.
So I'm just like,
When-
maybe my name is Elena, but now I'm questioning it. you
Whenever
know?
I say your name, I feel like I stress the E too much, to where it's like I'm like E.
I just want a new
Elena.
name. If you have any ideas, let me know.
I mean, you
Elena.
can change your name. You're above 18.
What do you think I
so-
look like?
I don't know.
Everybody
Exactly.
says that every brunette girl ever looks like an Olivia. That's a safe
My
option
cousin
always.
is Olivia, so I can't go by that. But
I'm trying to like get a
I don't
vibe.
know what you look like. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
I'm trying
all
to get a
right,
sense.
we can go back to the election.
Speaking of
We'll think about that.
Okay, speaking of names, for the Justice of the Ohio Supreme Court, my watch is absolutely going crazy. Anywho, so speaking of names, there's two Pats Fishers, right? Not two Pat Fishers, two Pats running for the Ohio Justice of the Supreme Court,
Mhm.
and these numbers are scarily close. Okay, Alexis is gonna step out. So Pat Fisher, who is a Republican, is at 46.56% of the vote, and Terry Jamison, who is the Democrat, is at 53.44%. But get this, Pat DeWine, who is Republican, is at 46.36% of the vote, which is literally percentage points off from Pat Fisher, who's also the Republican, and Marilyn Zayas, hopefully I pronounced that name correctly, is at 53.64% of the vote, which again is little middle school, wow, I pronounced that wrong, points away from the other candidates. So that's just really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think we talked about this earlier, Jamie, but in my mind, and maybe this is because I'm biased and I'm from Ohio, but I feel like Ohio is going to be the closest, not out of all the states,
I think it will
but
be.
just in general. And I talked about how a lot of people on either side have something that they are going to have a quote unquote referendum on. Republicans are going to try to make this a referendum on Joe Biden. Democrats are going to try to make this a referendum on Roe v. Wade. And it kind of just depends on whoever shows up more. And a lot of times, if you're voting for Mike DeWine for the Republican Party, whenever you get down to that Ohio Supreme Court justice, if there's an R next to that name, or what was the position that you were talking about? I'm sorry.
Ohio Supreme Court Chief Justice,
Yeah.
and then there's a few other sub justices
Yeah.
underneath
When
that.
you're looking at Chief Justice, if there's an R next to their name, or whoever, if you're going on the ballot and there's an R next to whoever's name, that's who you're going to go with.
Yeah, you're gonna most people vote within party lines.
Right.
They normally don't cross party lines. Also, did you know that this is the first time that they have the R or D or party affiliation next to the names on the ballots?
Are you sure?
In Ohio, this is the first time ever.
Ohio,
I thought they've had
I
it for
could
a
have
while.
sworn on my 2020 absentee ballot that it was there,
Hold on,
but
let me
perhaps
Google this.
not.
I saw this in, I believe. Hold on.
Maybe I just imagined that. Maybe because I did my research and I just knew.
You just knew who each person was.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was in the Dayton Daily News. I saw an article on it.
That's really interesting.
So I thought that was interesting too. Also, did we get a chance to talk about any of the state senators or state house?
We have a little bit.
Okay.
But looking at the Senate, there have been a few seats called since we did last talk about it. Florida, both the governorship, Ron DeSantis was called for Florida, but also for the Senate results has already been called for Florida. Oklahoma has been called for Republican, just like Florida. Looking around as well for the Senate, Connecticut has been called in the Senate for Democrats, as well as Vermont, Illinois, and Maryland have all been called Democrat.
Okay, awesome. Glad that we got those numbers.
I think I talked about it a little bit when we were off air, but the most interesting race to me right now is governorship down in Texas. Beto O'Rourke has been holding about a 200,000 vote lead or so on Greg Abbott for the past 30 minutes.
Beto O'Rourke. Wow. Huh. That is interesting.
Yeah, because I didn't see Texas as a swing state, but I don't know. I'm essentially very wrong about that, I guess. I thought Greg Abbott was going to hold it because he's been there for a while. But.
Yeah, he has been. Interesting. Well, I also want to talk about the Ohio State Senate. So, because there's quite a few districts up in Ohio. So, I'm not on the mic here. Can you guys hear me?
I can't hear. I don't think I can hear anybody.
Hello?
Really? No, I can't hear anybody.
I can hear you.
Are you sure? I can hear Noah.
Turn off mic 2 here. Okay.
Jamie, what did you do?
Oh, wait. Never mind. That's the wrong mic. I need the mic next to me. That's mic. Wait.
You need that mic?
Yeah.
Then-
I need it off.
Oh.
mic 3, right?
I think this is my
I'm just here.
I'm gonna turn off mic 2. Sorry. I don't know, because it picks up more. I'm gonna turn you up here. Okay. Now that we got technical issues out of the way, state senator in Ohio, District 1, there's only one candidate, so he's winning 100%, obviously, because there's only one. Robert McCooley, Colley, state senator for District 3 in Ohio, Tina Melhath, has 57.48% of the vote. Michelle Reynolds has the Republican, 42.52% of the vote. State Senator District 5, Hoffman, with the Republican, has 100% of the vote. And there's another person listed on here, Nancy Khalil, but I don't know. Hello? It says W-I next to her name. So, write-in.
That means write-in.
Yeah, write-in. I was like, hello. My brain is
Which I imagine is probably why there's a 100% of the vote going one way.
So, State Senate District 7, Davis Dallas, Democrat, 47.001. Steve Wilson, Republican, 52.99. State Senator District 9, Kathleen Ingram. I wonder if any relation to the other person named Ingram. Interesting. Democrat, 78.89%. Orlando Sozanza Jr., Republican, 21.11%. State Senator District 11, Tony Dia, Republican, 0%. Paula Hicks Henderson, Democrat, also 0%. There was no votes cast for either of those in District 11.
They could both be write-in candidates.
Yeah, they both, or they could be not up for election. I think all of them, all of the districts are listed. State Senator District 13, Anthony, I'm going to mess up this person's name. I'm so sorry, Anthony. Epoliopoulos, Eliopoulos, for the Democrats, 53.08% vote. Nathan Manning, Republican, 46.92% of the vote. State Senator District 15, there's only one person on the ballot. He's a Democrat named Hiassel Craig, 100%. State Senator District 17, Gary Boone, Democrat, 34.66%. Shane Walken, Republican, 65.34%. State Senator District 19, Andrew O'Brien, Republican, 53.49%. Heather M. Swinger, Democrat, 46.51%. State Senator District 21, Malachi Alderman, Republican, 15.75% of the vote. Kent Smith, Democrat, 84.25%. State Senator District 23, Nikki Antino, Democrat, 74.56%. Landy Simmons, 25.44%. State Senator District 25, Bill Demore, Democrat, 78.82%. Chandler Waski, Republican, 21.18%. State Senator District 27, Patricia Gautez, Democrat, 61.79%. Christina Roangel, 38.21%. My laptop's gonna die.
I'm sure you've been saying all these names perfectly.
Lynn Gorman, write-in candidate, 0%. Cook Shoig, Republican, 100%. State Senator District 31, El Landis, only candidate, Republican, 100%. State Senator District 33, Bob Hagan, Democrat, 35.83%. Michael Anthony Woolley, Republican, 64.17%. Y'all, that was a lot.
I'm sure you butchered none of those names.
Oh, yeah. No, totally. I 100% pronounced it correctly.
Jamie, you're killing it. You're killing it. You're killing it.
Totally. Speech impediment, late night, stress, high stress. I'm going to pronounce literally everything.
Just great ingredients to put into something.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Great
ingredients.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't descended into French at this point, because normally by a certain time, I literally, just forget English. And
Please just start yelling in French by the end of tonight. Just go. Just go.
I'm just going to be like, no. My brain forgot French too. My brain just forgot words.
It's fried?
It's fine.
It's
It's
Friday.
we're done. No, literally, I have meetings and things tomorrow. Like, we still have to like go to work and go to school and just pick up tomorrow.
Yeah, no, we don't. It's fine.
Yeah, just like email your teachers. But like, we just have to pick it up tomorrow, and literally nothing I say or do is gonna make like a shred of sense.
You're our
So-
boss, right, Jamie? Just give us an off day. Just off day.
I mean, Alexis is also your boss. So, and like, we still have a regular scheduled programming.
Yeah, and we still have our newsroom meeting tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but guys, it's Veterans Day on the 11th. The university's closed.
Yep.
So it's a long haul.
Oh wait, are we having? I shouldn't say that on air. Never mind.
Yeah. Like I said, we're fine. We're done. Not fine in that sense. Oh my goodness.
We are burnt out mentally from school.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
That type of fight.
Political correctness. Great job.
Also,
Great job.
Noah, you have basketball season to cover tomorrow.
No, I don't. That's fine.
It's
Oh my gosh, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, basketball game's tomorrow. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
How
Guys, I
fun.
gotta plug in my
Exciting.
laptop
Yeah.
somewhere.
Mine is also going to die, and I did not bring a charger, but
I
it's
should.
fine.
I think I need to go buy like a green dress shirt for tomorrow because I don't have a green dress shirt, but the like theme is like.
I have like
Don't you have a
I have a silk one you could borrow.
A silk. Wait, a silk green dress shirt.
Yes, but I don't think it's a little big. Like even though it's like it's oversized though, so I don't know if you would want to button it.
I don't know.
Like you could wear it as a jacket.
Oh.
Well,
Be
do you
real
want
with
me to show you a picture?
Be real with me. Not you can show me a picture if you want, but would I look cute in it?
I mean, I feel like
if
anyone would look
if I
cute.
did this, would I just like?
Um.
No. Okay. I tried.
Okay, folks, our laptops are solidly about to die. I think our brains are gonna die as well. And we're kind of descending into chaos over here. So I think we're gonna end our show here soon. Do you guys got any final comments?
No,
I don't have anything else that I can say right now. Just overall overarching. House seats, Republicans have won 23, Democrats have won 13. But again, it's going to be a long night ahead. A lot more to go. In terms of Senate results, Democrats currently have 38, and the GOP currently has 36. And a reminder there is that there are 2 seats that are neither Democrat or Republican. So it could end up being 49-49, and those 2 independent seats make up the middle. Yeah. So we could have that going on, which it looks like it might happen. It's very close.
It's very close. Well, as I said, I think I'm on number 5 here. WSU Guardian /election2022.com. That is our site. You can. We will continue to update that. So even though we're going to be off air, doesn't mean we're going to be offline. We're just going to recharge and continue updating those numbers. If you have any questions whatsoever about these elections, you can DM our socials. So on any platform, whether that be TikTok, I almost said Snapchat. We're not on Snapchat. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. DM us your questions. We will help get those answered. We also have a tip line on our main WSU Guardian website. So if you have a longer question, you can submit a tip that will go directly to my email. So if you don't have a character limit on your DM or something. So yeah, slide into our DMs tonight. We would love to answer your questions.
Ooh, slide into our DMs.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a fun night. I hope everyone who's listening voted, and yeah, we are gonna continue to keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for tuning in. You're listening to WWS. Oh, before I do that, thank you to our guests as well.
You're welcome. We are definitely paying attention.
Yeah. So again, you're listening to WWSU 106.9 FM, Fairport, Dayton, Dayton's Right Choice, the Wright State Guardians, live election coverage. We are off here, and follow and continue with us on our website. Thank you.